Well,
Peak
all right, calm down. I don't
compared
think
to episode 3.
Okay, yeah, but that episode four. Let's talk about. Let's talk
5 minute
about.
little non-spoiler. Great connections between Joel and Ellie.
Great connections between Joel and Ellie. This is a little non-spoiler part, right? Okay.
Yeah. Great connections between Joel and Ellie.
Joel and Ellie are finally, getting interlinked and connected. That part's pretty cool. They're starting to develop their
Ellie's building her character more. So is
relationship.
Joel. A lot of good jokes throughout that episode.
Yeah, some good corny jokes.
Great.
Hey, I'm wheezing.
You been smoking, my brother?
Nah, my boy. Allergies. I've been sneezing all day. My boy.
Pasting is okay. It was slow and
You mean pacing?
pacing.
Yeah, pacing. Yeah, it was a little slow in the beginning, a little slower than I would have liked. And the episode is 45 minutes for the pacing to be slow. Yeah, I was kind
It
of.
gave me a whole hour and 15-minute gay episode, and then gave me a 45-minute peak episode.
Yeah, that was kind of sad that the episode that I enjoyed a lot was kind of shorter. And before even starting the episode, I saw the 45 minutes and expected a heap full of action because I was like, okay, it's short, but it's going to be short and filled with beautifulness.
Yeah, I was going to ask how much it is, how long it was, but I was like, let me just wait.
It was 45 minutes. That's not including the intro and the,
whole end credit,
post-credit
scene.
But it's a good episode, worth a watch. You guys should watch it. Skip episode 3.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. If I were to ever watch this show for like,
I'm not watching episode 3.
I'm gonna do 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 until it ends.
Like think about that. If you tell somebody to go watch the show,
I'm gonna say skip 3.
not even if you go tell them to watch the show. If you watch the show and you rewatch it, you're going to skip episode 3. It has nothing to do with the story. It's completely
even if it was
off
a good
topic.
episode, it has nothing to do.
Has nothing to do with the show. I'm sorry. It's just so off topic.
So
It's not a rewatchable. But we're getting off topic. What else happened that we can not spoiler? Bit of action. The action that was there was it was a
not
little
enough.
disappointing.
New characters introduced, as in like some random ass lady.
New characters, familiar characters, and
and we're finally getting I don't know, bad guys or bandits, like a new civilization, a new group of people.
a dense actual human interaction has officially happened, where the human is an enemy, like a hunter or bandit type of thing. We've been wanting it since the beginning. Me and Mus, at least, we've been wanting that.
Yeah, since fucking episode 2. I gave it an excuse in episode 1 since the outbreak just happened. But at least in episode 2.
Did we didn't get any zombie interactions in the episode?
I ain't gonna lie, like I don't mind.
Is that a spoiler? That's not a spoiler.
I don't mind, but I need that still. That's kind of whack.
I'm not mad at it because in the area they're in, it makes sense.
Yeah, in the game there was really no.
But at the end of the day, I feel like the episode could have been longer to include a zombie in it.
Yeah, it was way too short.
It was a short episode, and when it ended, it was like, bro, that's it.
I guess it's short for it to come out early because next week is coming out on Friday since the Super Bowl is on Sunday. I'm pretty sure.
Or at least that's a rumor so far, right?
No, that's not a rumor. That's confirmed because
it's Friday.
Because the Super Bowl is on Sunday or Saturday.
And the episode lengths are fluctuating a lot. The first one was like an hour and 20. The second one was like
50.
Like 50 minutes.
The third one was
like
hour 15,
and now we're 45. It's like, yo, just do an hour, bro.
For real,
Dang.
be on your Game of Thrones.
Just do an hour. But
I think that concludes.
That concludes the non-spoiler. So let's get into spoilers and start from the beginning and move our way to our final verdict, our rating at the 8.
What?
Rating at the end. I meant end, not 8. But yeah. So where did we start? The episode started with Joel and Ellie in the car, right?
It started with Ellie pointing a gun at the mirror, trying to be her.
Oh yeah, she was like just playing with the gun or whatever.
She plays with the gun.
And then they kind of moved into the road trip vibe. They're chilling. She's directing them with the map. They're talking. They're kind of getting more closer.
Oh, yeah, like closer jokes that coffee smells like
yeah, she found like a little joke book, and she's
No, that's not. She didn't find it. She has that sense left behind in the video game. That's the joke book that her and her friend use.
Also, she's been had that book.
She's been had that in her backpack, yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
At least that's what it is in the game. In the show,
I mean, she's been using the book, and it's been pretty funny, so.
You have that... oh yeah, they did it in the. I'm happy that they did it. The magazine, the nude magazine. I'm so.
Oh yeah,
happy.
the scene where they had it in the video game where they're on the road trip and she's talking about the little comic book. Not a comic book. It's basically a Playboy magazine for girls, and then she was like opening it and teasing Joel basically, and Joel's like, "Oh, little girls are not supposed to be looking at that," and he's feeling guilty or whatever. And then she was like, "Why are the pages stuck together?" And that was word for word from the game.
Yes, tonight. It's right on the reading, but it has some interesting pictures.
No. Put that back. That's not for kids.
How do you even walk around with that thing?
Please get rid of it.
Hold your horses. I want to see what all the fuss is about.
Hold your horses. I want to see what all the fuss is about.
Why are all these pages stuck
Why
together?
are these all stuck together?
I'm just fucking with you. Bye-bye, dude.
It was so I was
And
like,
she's like, "I'm just fucking with you."
I was blown because in the game, Ellie stole that from Bill because Bill never died, so he stole it from Bill's
Yeah,
bunker.
that's where she gets
And
it
then
in the
she's
game
going
from
through.
Bill.
How do y'all walk around with that thing? That shit had me dead, bro.
Yeah, it was a funny moment. I say though, it was done better in the game. It was a lot funnier. Like,
Yeah, and she stole it. He's like, "Where'd you get that from?" "Oh, I stole it from."
but not mad completely.
Not
They
mad.
did a great job.
I
at
was
that part of
actually
it.
kind of blown that they didn't have that in the episode 3. I was like, "Wow, they're not gonna do that," but they did their way around it.
They made it happen somehow. So yeah, they talked their stuff on that.
Oh, and then they put the cassette tape. Oh, I love that cassette tape they put in. I need to find.
Yeah, whatever that song is,
I
bro.
don't-
I need
like,
that song,
I'm
bro.
gonna be honest. I'm about to do some deadly edit this week with that song.
That song was great, bro.
And-
I love that song.
I don't know. It's just it's such a good. Exactly. It's like what 80s.
I don't know, but that shit was goated. I fuck with that song.
Yeah. It didn't. I know it did not last long enough. It should have lasted long.
It was like the road trip monologue was like of the song, and the song was playing while they were moving their way up to where are they going? Where's their destination? Is it New Orleans?
Wyoming. I don't know.
Wyoming? I don't. We
Tommy.
should know this. They're not going. Oh yeah, they are going to Tommy, and then
So,
Tommy's gonna take the to the
After
Firefly
that,
meeting.
he says, it's getting dark. Time to take a nap. So he goes off road into a forest.
Yeah,
States captain said this is a remote area, no zombies or anything.
Right.
around
More
here."
jokes from Ellie as they're going to sleep.
Great
whatever
jokes.
they go to sleep.
No, what was the joke? I slick want to know that joke.
The joke. What was the joke?
Oh God.
I remember the one
was
at
a
the end.
bad
The one at
joke.
the end was funny. I'm not gonna.
Bro, I'm gonna say that shit at school.
Bro, I swear I've heard it before, but that was a good one.
No, I've never heard that hereditary.
Yeah, that
joke.
was
I haven't heard
that was a
one.
good one.
That one was good.
That was good. It was wholesome. I'm not gonna. Lie. But then
After that, they go back
Wake
on the
up.
road.
Ellie hating on coffee, back on the road.
Then they drive down the
They
thing.
get a little blockade. They go around it, and going
Oh.
around it causes them to get into
I'm
a
gonna
city.
say something that's stupid that I said. when
Oh,
we
you
were
talking about the
watching it.
blockade?
Okay,
part?
okay. The blockade is blocked, right?
And
you
behind the
normally-
blockade is an extremely clear, clean road.
So it's a road like this, and then there's a hill. Go up the hill around the blockade and go back down on the road.
Right, right.
And there's no problem going off road since they just drove a mile into a forest. So they
It was a
just-
steep hill though. Maybe the truck couldn't really handle it.
bro. That is definitely a Ford F-150.
It was definitely a Chevy.
That was a. Oh, it was a. You get my point. You get my point. It's a okay Chevy. Let's be real. It's probably a 4x4 or rear wheel drive. That like
We don't know. I'll give
No,
it the
I'm-
benefit.
I'm
of the
not
doubt. I'm
giving
not
it the
too mad
benefit.
about that. I was kind of just like go
it
around.
made no
dummy.
sense though.
I
it
did. I
made
did
no
kind of have that
sense.
mentality. Just go around, dummy. There's no traffic laws. Just go off
Literally,
road.
just go off road and go back down and on the road. I did not like that. Like they needed to find a better excuse.
Yeah, they could have.
Like, if
they
you
could have
look-
removed
like,
the plot armor from
Yeah,
that
if you
scene.
looked under and saw a bunch of zombies or saw shit past there, like that's
or just
not
saw
where to
more
go.
cars on the other
Yeah,
side of
he
the
would
road.
not just go around.
Yeah, that would have
would've
made,
made more
sense. Instead
sense.
of they
That-
could have unplot armored that.
Yeah,
scene,
that was
but
whack.
It wasn't that bad. Nothing
It
to
lo-
aggro me.
They drove around. Oh yeah, and they're trying to find the highway. And Joe's like, "Where's the highway?" And Ed's like, "I don't fucking know. It's my second day in the car.
Yeah.
Got now."
And then then we get to the scene, which is so nostalgic because it's the same. It's the
still did it
scene-
wrong. Crazy.
Yeah, they did it wrong personally, but it's the scene that you have. If you guys remember, if you guys even watched it or whatever, the first trailer for the Last of Us game even had that part in it where they're like, "Put your seatbelt on," and then that was in the trailers before the game even came out.
You
and
gonna
it
help him? Put
was
your
a-
seatbelt on.
It was a good moment and stuff.
It was hard.
And the way they did it in the show was like, it was less intense. And I'm noticing, damn that we. it was less intense, but a lot of these episodes, and when it's coming to moments where I'm seeing it mirror the games, it's always a less intense. It's like, why are you doing the softcore version of this? Why is it menacing, less gory, less what's the word? Dark. You get what I'm trying to say, but it's like, for example, like the part where he floors it. Doesn't he run him over in the game?
Easy. Holy shit. Are we gonna help him?
Put your seatbelt on, Ellie.
Well, what about the guy?
He ain't even hurt.
Are we gonna help him?
No.
A minute. This isn't my world. Disappointed!
He floors it and he banks bro. Bros goes rolling over the car, and then they get ran over by another car. In this one,
I don't know if they get hit by another car, but nonetheless, something
no, they get hit
happens.
by another car in the other game.
I don't remember.
I could have sworn. You'll do it in the edits. This is why Ahmed said to have the laptop. But I could have sworn. I remember they kind of escaped the first dude. They're starting to get shot at, and then a truck comes and T-bones them.
I don't remember.
You don't remember that? And then they T-bone them, and they crash into the freaking store, and then they get out. They kind of mimicked it, but
Disappointed at that store.
yeah.
I want to.
But they did do something that was great in that part that wasn't in the game.
What?
The part where they didn't show it.
What?
But
That little shitty ass part. They did it better in the game.
The part where he had to kill the kid and he's over here begging, and then it goes off screen and he starts screaming for
They
his
have a
mom.
moment like that in the game anyway, so it doesn't.
Screaming for his mom?
Screaming for his mom, no, but they have a moment where the dude's.
That was
begging
like,
for his
it was
life.
like, damn, that was kind of fucked.
It was, but like.
It's like, look, you don't have to kill me. We're good. We're not fighting anymore. We're good. Here, you can have my. I don't want no
My
smoke.
legs don't work.
I have mom. She'll help me. Can you guys help me get to? He was just begging for his life.
Let's go a little backtracking in detail. So after that, they crash. Joe's like, trust me, sneak through that hole. I'll tell you when to go. Go, go, go. And after that, this is the first time we see Joel ever kill somebody, at least with the
And
gun.
it was whack.
You see a dude get his head and fall. No blood, no nothing. You just see the dude fall on the ground.
I didn't even think he got shot in the head. It looked like he got shot in the gut and fell down.
Nonetheless, he shot
I will
somebody
say
for
that
first time.
the hunters or whatever, they sound a lot like the NPCs. You motherfucker! Like the way they be.
We're gonna get your ass.
They sound exactly like the NPCs in the game. And I don't know. It's just cool to me. It was like, oh, they kind of sound exactly the same. But yeah, when Joel does do his thing and finally gets his first body, he actually gets 3. Isn't the 3 of them? Kills 3 people. Yeah, he kills the one that walks into the store. He kills the one outside of the store, and then he kills the one that pulls in from the back.
But yeah, all right. So after that, when okay, so
But all 3 of the kills are 2 of them are off screen, and the one that's on screen, you don't see him even get shot. You just see him fall, reacting to the bullet.
So
And coming from HBO, I know what they're capable of, especially from Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad, you mean
You don't even have
Bro,
to
you
meet
mean
that.
Game of
You don't
Thrones?
even have to meet. Yeah, my bad. My Breaking Bad. I'm sorry, but you don't even have to reach that level. Oh, yeah, stop. You don't even have to reach that level of gore to satisfy me. But me knowing what you are capable of from Game of Thrones' gore, and you're over here letting people get shot, and I'm not even seeing where the wound is, and I'm not even seeing
Matter of fact, we saw Ellie in Game of Thrones get fucking crushed by a giant.
and then she stabs that shit in the eyeball like that.
You
shit.
see her getting crushed, blood coming from
out
her eyes, and
exactly.
then they stabs it. Like, I know that's off topic, but like that's the
And
gore
that's,
they had,
and that's
and it was,
soft
that
core.
was a little girl
In the show, that's considered soft core gore compared to what they show in the other parts.
Literally.
But like, I know they can do it, but they're choosing not to. For what reason? Why can you show me a freaking rated R gay sex scene, but you can't show me a dude actually getting shot in a show that's about surviving in a post-apocalyptic world. And it's like you're picking and choosing where you want to be. I don't even know, bro. I feel like
So
I feel like it's not gory enough, and I'm not really begging for gore, but at the same time, I'm begging for realism.
Nah, it's not that I'm not begging for gore. It's just there is no gore.
And when the gore is there, it's off screen. Why is it off screen?
When the gore is there and it's off screen, that means it's not fucking there. There's no gore in the show.
Yeah,
the only actual like kind of gore part is when you see Joel punching the shit out of that dude in episode 1.
I feel like the goriest thing we've seen so far in the entire show is when Ellie starts scraping the forehead of that zombie on the floor.
It's probably Joel punching that cop in the face when he gets PTSD. That was definitely the goriest part.
No, the goriest part was definitely Joel's daughter bleeding out to death.
That wasn't gory. That was just
she had blood.
That wasn't
everywhere,
gory. That was fucked up. That wasn't gory. Gory is like blood gushing.
She was bleeding blood everywhere.
It was like
pressing
it's like
the wound
blood.
and shit.
Gore is like Mortal Kombat. Seeing a dude's head get chopped off, seeing a dude get shot or stabbed, and see
Which
blood
in the game,
explosions.
that part, he's freaking takes a dude's chin and slams it into a sharp piece of broken glass.
We're gonna get to that in a second. So that's what. When there is gore, it's off screen, so there's no gore. There's nothing.
There's no gore, and it's like, why are you skipping it? You're HBO. You're good at this. Matter of
great
fact,
at
you're
this.
great at this, and the reason why you have a show that's considered one of the greatest is because of the gore that you chose to get to.
Not the greatest.
level
Gore. All right, so what happened? Oh yeah, so what happened? Oh, I needed two.
They know. Come on, man.
So what happens is, Ellie. Before we get to the part where Ellie gets a gun, right? Or no, actually, matter of fact,
Ellie Ben had the gun.
a dude comes out the door and bro hits that shit with the butt of his gun. And shoots
Yeah, that
the
shit
shotgun.
was cool. That was a cool
that
scene.
fast spider sense.
That was pretty cool.
And then he gets on top of him, starts choking him with the shotgun, and then Ellie sneaks back and shoots the dude in the spine. And then that's where we were before he can't move.
I thought she shot him in the leg.
He shot him in the spine. Why do you think he says my legs don't work?
Damn.
Yeah, he shot him in the leg.
I thought she shot him in the leg.
Nah, he shot him in the spine. That's why his legs didn't work.
Because I saw her like aiming at him, then she aimed down and shot.
But that's another thing. Oh, one thing that's way cooler in the game is after they crash, the fucking, I don't know what you call them. We're going to call them bandits for now because they're not bandits. In the game, no, they weren't bandits in the game. Whatever. The soldiers come, right? After they crash, they drag Ellie out of the car and they didn't drag Joel out of, no, they did drag Joel. I don't remember. All I know is Ellie gets dragged out of the car by one of the people. And then as you get out of the car, that's when the scene happens to where a dude's pushing your head into a piece of a glass that Saad was saying. And as he's doing that, Joel like dodges out the way and slams his throat, and it slits his throat.
And then he's on the floor freaking bleeding.
Yeah, because it didn't go in his throat. He threw him on it, and it sliced his throat as he fell.
Why are they choosing only to put
I was mad. I
mimic
was
the
like,
dialogue in the game, but they're not mimicking literally the greatest moments of the game's
like literally, I always
combat.
remembered that scene, bro. And when that thing happened, I was like, bro, let me see that glass scene. Let me see that glass scene. And then also,
I wanted it too. I'm not gonna lie. Something similar.
Yeah,
they didn't even give me something similar.
After Ellie gets dragged out and Joel does that, Ellie's getting like pulled by her hair, and Ellie's like, Joel, help me. And no, literally, in the game, he literally runs, punches him in the face, grabs his head, and smashes it on a corner of a table.
Desk, bro.
After saving his daughter figure. They weren't that tight yet, but still, he saved his daughter. Mink into a table. Where's that at?
Yeah.
I wanted the pulling out the car part.
I'm personally not mad at the episode, but disappointed.
It's definitely the second best episode. It's better than 2 and 3. Not better than 1.
Yeah. 1 is so far the best.
Peak.
1 was good. 1 built up the show. I'm not gonna lie. 1 really had me.
If 1 was as ass as 3, I would not have keep watching. I
would have kept watching it anyway, just for the show. You know what I'm saying? But
so what happened after all?
This is kind of bringing things a little bit back up, but I'm still disappointed. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was good, but it wasn't how it needed to be. And then that whole thing, like Saad was saying, is. The dude's crying for his mom, and
that part was deep, and I liked it. I was like, "Oh, they're kind of bringing out the darkness of the world, and they're kind of bringing out how menacing Joel is. Joel doesn't take risks. Joel doesn't play around. Joel knows what needs to be done, even if it's cruel, to survive." And they kind of brought that out from characters from Joel's character, and it kind of developed him more in the show, and kind of shed light to what he is in the game. He's a menace in the game. He's not a good person, but he does what he needs to survive, and he's not going to go out of his way to be bad if it's unnecessary and has no benefit to his survival. He has good morals ultimately, but he's going to do what he needs to even if it's
fucked. He's not a good
fucked.
person. His morals or his goal, it might be good, but his actions are not good.
Yeah, I'd say he's not evil.
Yeah, he's not no Sith.
Yeah, but
It's Count Dooku.
But they kind of brought that his character from the video game to light in that moment to where he had to kill that kid. Wasn't even a kid. He was kind of, I'd say he was probably like a teenager, 17, 18.
But the thing is, okay, so one thing that was fucked up, and he's like, Ellie, you don't need to see this go behind the wall. And I was like, oh, that's fine, whatever. And like he said, they off-screened it, but you heard it. So I thought I was going to hear a gunshot, but no, you hear sing.
That shit was menacing.
He didn't waste a bullet on him. That's what our brother said.
He used his own knife on him, bro.
Yeah, one of our brothers said, damn, he didn't even waste a bullet.
He's like, it's a nice knife.
Yeah, it kills him like that. It stabbed him in the heart from when they were reviewing the body.
Yeah.
I'm mad that it went off screen. Hearing the noise was crazy and cool, but it was like, bro, let me see it.
That part, they didn't need to show that on screen. It's completely fine. But the whole part where he's fighting people, the first person he shoots, that's the one person you actually get killed by Joel. Second person, he just drops. He just gets shot.
And like you said,
there should have been a freaking fist fight with the second person. He smashes his face into something because that Joel is known for smashing faces into things,
or punching them in the throat,
doing some type of fight, like an actual fight, and the camera's on it, and I want like something, and then they could do the part where they did with the kid where he was dying, and they could do all that off-screen shit, and I would have been completely happy.
Like you were saying,
I'd be like, okay, Joel did his shit, and then after he did his shit, Ellie helped him, and then they went off-screen, and you hear him menacingly murder this little kid because he can't fucking survive without walking, obviously, and he just tried to kill Joel, so he had to do what he had to. And that would have been perfectly fine. I would have seen Joel knock some shit up the way Joel does, and then I would have seen him do some menacing shit off-screen. But I didn't get that. I just got two people got... The one person who got shot by Joel, you barely even kind of get the effect or feeling that he got shot. It felt kind of cinematic. Not cinematic. It felt like they were being filmed and did it feel real.
Damn. You were saying like they didn't have to show it on screen, which I do agree. But when they didn't show anything, they didn't show him saving Ellie, the dude getting his face smashed or getting cut by the glass. When they don't show any of that, then yes, they need to show the kid dying. But if they showed all of that, like you said, all that, then yes, it's fine if they didn't show it after all that. But there was no all that.
Yeah, there was nothing. They didn't show any type of like meaningful combat except for the the little shotgun thing, and then
that shit was hard.
We didn't even see how he ended up. Did we see how he got down and like choked?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did. I don't remember though. The fact that I don't remember means that shit was whack.
It was just kind of like quick and like, oh, he's on the ground now and he's being choked by a shotgun, and it's like that dude's a 17, 18 year old.
It makes
kid.
sense though. He has top weight on. He has his whole body weight on his throne. He's like this. You're not gonna.
I see what you're saying.
That him being choked out by a teenager makes sense. It's just like. The whole fight was.
I'm not getting the feel that Joel is Himothy.
Yes, not at all. He's not Himothy, actually.
Joel to me so far feels like a 56-year-old man.
Literally.
He doesn't feel like a special individual that has like a cool backstory of fucking shit up. Like the way when they were talking about Tess and they're talking about we're not good people and we've done shit. What have you done? Because right now you ain't doing shit.
And they're talking about that also with Tommy and with Tessa's group on how when they were walking up the stairs to a tall building, they're talking about how they had to survive.
Right. He just feels like a normal person to me. He doesn't feel like he's been through shit and he knows what he's doing. He kind of just feels like he's been making it.
Matter of fact, Bill's more menacing than him. Those traps made Bill more menacing than Joel.
Yeah, Joel is not the Joel that I know. I'm sorry.
And then what happens after that? Oh, then it goes to a cutscene. So our brother said this, and they showed a scene. So in the game, there's the tank chases you like the entire time, like you're being chased by a tank and a group of people, and at that point you have no reason why they're chasing you at all. You're just being chased by a tank. It pops up, you're being chased by it. They're trying to kill you. So there's no moral to it. But in this show, they do a little backstory on
to,
why
to
there
like
was
a little
on why there was a tank
right.
there.
And I appreciate.
Yeah, I like
it.
that. I appreciate it.
It
It
was
made
a
the
good
game
job.
make more sense. Like
Yeah.
they explained why there's just a tank there hunting you down.
Right. They did a good job there. They kind of gave they gave the city a civilization, like a miniature. What's the word? It's not a civilization because that's kind of bigger.
Yeah, like civilization.
Whatever, we'll call it a little civilization, a little town of people.
Yeah, town.
Kind of keeping order in this little area, and there's a leader, and the leader is like, all right, they were already looking for people, which they end up you find out who they're looking for in the end of the episode, and they're already looking for people, so they kind of send out a military search of their little army men to go look for him, and Joel gets caught up in that.
Yeah.
Because Joel just took out some of their men, and now Joel and Ellie are like hiding, and they're behind. They're basically on alert, and they're being searched for at the same. So it gives a backstory, basically, to what you said about the whole truck and tank things, just looking for them.
So what happens? There's two parts that we're gonna get to next. So after that, they go into a building, and they're chilling in there, and Joel starts talking. He's like, damn, as a kid, I'm sorry you didn't have to go through that. Kids at your age, I know it's tough for your first time killing someone.
Yeah, that was pretty wholesome moment to me. They were connected. It was increasing.
It was pretty
the characters.
ass because even as Joel said, damn, I'm not good at this. Cause
that was from the game. I remember him saying that. Is that not from the game?
I
could be wrong.
But yeah, so they do that little
good at
scene, and then he's like, he pulls out the gun and he shows her how to use it, the thumb under the thumb, the grip, and all that. He shows her that, which is like a connection scene, which I'm gonna say, in the game, I don't remember if like. When she saves Joel in the game, which like he's being drowned, it doesn't matter. They did it different, which is fine. Joel snatches the gun from Ellie, and Ellie's like, "Are you not grateful? Are you not happy that I saved your goddamn life?" And Joel's like, "You could have killed me."
I shot the hell out of that guy, huh?
Yeah, you sure did.
I feel sick.
And you just hang back like I told you to.
Well, you're glad I didn't, right?
I'm glad I didn't get my head blown off by a goddamn kid.
You know what? No. How about, hey, Ellie, I know it wasn't easy, but it was either him or me. Thanks for saving my ass. You got anything like that for me, Joel?
We gotta get going.
And he's being ungrateful and shit and being gay. But then later on, Joel needs to go through this group of people, and Joel's like, here's the sniper. Handle this. Make every shot count.
If I get into trouble down there, you make every shot count. Yeah.
I got this.
All right. And just so we're clear about back there, it was either him or me.
And that makes that scene so like, damn, that's fire. But they did it so early on in a part that doesn't feel as relevant as it would have been to when
I'm not
they gave
completely
the
mad at
sniper.
that, as mad as you are, because I feel
It
like
would have made the sniper scene, if they do that, it would have made
they're
it
probably not even
more-
going to do the sniper scene. Probably just going to skip over that completely, because
Yeah,
that's kind of an NPC
It's
type
an
of
NPC
situation.
kind of situation, but if they didn't do this pistol part, it would have been a
The
scene.
pistol part made
It
sense.
would have been a scene to add
I
to
thought she was
show
gonna
their
stab him.
connection.
I thought she was going to stab him.
Yeah, because she pulled out the knife, but then she didn't.
I thought she was going to pull up and just go,
But that's a nitpick for me because I feel like it just, if they added the sniper part, it would show more oomph into their connection they're having. Like, oh, I'm starting to trust you now. And then after that sniper scene, he becomes grateful. He's like, oh yeah, thank you for saving my life. I was wrong. After like a whole 3 hours of playing, or an hour of playing, he finally admits.
I'm not
to
completely mad about that part.
It just builds more
kind of made
connection to
sense
the
in that part.
characters.
He was about to die, and because Ellie had the gun, she was able to save him, and he would not have made it without her doing that. So it made sense in that
I
situation.
just like
to,
in the game how
and even when that happened, he did get the gun back. He was like, "Give me that shit."
he snatches that shit.
He didn't snatch it in the show though.
Yeah, he didn't snatch it in the show.
she
He
just
just
hands it
asked
to him.
for it. But like,
He's nicer in the show.
yeah, and I don't like it. It took,
Like I said,
it took him like
it's
6, 7
it's a
hours.
softer core version of Joel.
Yeah, it took him like 6 hours into
Matter
the
of fact, the
gameplay.
entire show is a softer core version of the game.
What else happened? Oh yeah, and then after that, it skips to like the main leader lady of it, and they go to this.
She's
door.
kind of like a little menacing side character.
Yeah, not really menacing. She's just oh no,
She's
she
not-
is menacing. She fucking
When
murdered that
she
doctor.
murdered that doctor, she's like,
She
she,
did
didn't
not
give a
give a
fuck about his soul. She's not a good person. I could already tell she's evil.
Yeah, but one thing I was confused about is when her and her top soldier, they open a door and it's crumbled rocks of like a hive under.
And it was like moving, and waving and shit.
Like at first, and even one of our family members said bloater. Because, like, we're waiting for it now that they didn't do it with the basketball scene. And I was like, oh, shit, is that shit finna start breaking out? I'm pretty sure that's the hive mind growing underground. But I don't like how active
also,
it is.
Look how, did you notice how concerned
Oh, yeah, they were hella
the
concerned.
soldiers were?
So in episode...
They're like, we should deal with this. And she was like, just close off the area. We'll deal with it later.
Yeah, we'll tell them later. So they're going to
And
emphasize
it sounded like it was something they had dealt with before, and they know that it's actually a genuine problem, and it needs to be dealt with now. It seemed urgent.
Yeah,
and I was like, what could be so urgent about it? And it had me intrigued. I was like,
yeah, I am
this could be
interested in
pretty
it.
cool. Like,
But
that's a problem because it didn't look like. I mean,
It did. I'm not going to lie. What the fuck is that underground?
yeah, what the
Making
fuck?
waves on rocks.
I mean, it just seems to me like it's just plants doing shit.
That's what I thought. So if that's the...
But how could it kill people? Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, so what I'm going to guess is I'm going to make a little theory. But first off, if that is the roots that connect all the zombies, like the cordyceps growing and the roots growing underground, number one, why is it moving so damn fast? Like, if that is what it is, it's moving too fast. Same with it growing on their nails.
Yeah.
It's moving too fast. And it's not like it's growing. It's underground.
That shit
Like,
was waving.
What's it doing?
I don't know, but I mean, I'm not mad at it. It looks
We'll
pretty
see.
cool.
Yeah, so we can't
I'm
critique
intrigued.
on it
I'm
until-
like, yo, what is that? What,
But
how is it a problem? Why are they so concerned?
My theory I'm going to say on why I think they're concerned is I think there's the cordyceps or the roots underground are growing constantly, and now it's getting closer to their facility. Maybe they've had to move before, but now it's getting closer to them. And once it gets to where they are, it'll alert another hive. Oh, yo, there's a city here, which I don't fuck with, but maybe that's why it's roots growing near the city.
I'm not liking the whole cordyceps is a
Connected underground root.
it seems so alien.
Yeah, it feels like
It seems like nothing on Earth would ever be able to exist like that. It seems so out of this Earth type of plant would be able to do that.
It seems more out of the Earth than the spores that they decide to do because it's out of the Earth.
Yeah, it just feels
But I feel like the reason that
unrealistic.
the concern I feel like is just because it's reaching their city. I feel like that's why it's a concern. That was
Maybe to attract zombies. I literally have no idea what could be so concerning about some moving
roots.
Roots.
I think the roots is definitely because they're all connected. So I feel like once the root starts growing in their facility and they might step on a root, then boom, now it attracts a hive.
Maybe it's like a landmine type of situation.
Yeah, so I think it's gonna. Oh shit! It's growing near the city. So if it were to grow out and someone steps on a root from that moving plant, it'll alert a hive to come spread their virus.
I'm
everywhere.
interested in what it is.
Yeah, so that got me intrigued.
I'm still kind of blown about the whole hive. I'm just mad at what the plant is capable of.
Yeah,
It's a virus, bro. It's not a super natural alien mushroom.
Yeah, their whole thing of the non-spores is that it's unrealistic and it will fly everywhere, not in contained areas. But then they're making
but it's realistic for the
super
freaking
mutant roots.
super mutant roots that
Like,
move
what is
at
it? Is
freaking
this fucking
Godspeed.
Groot? Is this Groot? Like, bro, what am I
Like,
watching?
y'all ever seen those hyper fast videos of a flower blooming? That
That's
shit
what
isn't even growing, and it takes fucking 34 hours for that shit to cycle, bro. And you're telling me this plant can move fucking a couple inches in a matter of 10 seconds?
Like,
that shit is
bro,
so unrealistic,
That's
bro.
what I'm like. They're trying to be like them trying to be realistic is so fucking unrealistic. To
Yeah,
the
it's like-
unrealism that the game has.
It's unrealistic to have spores, but it's realistic to have freaking extremely fast-moving roots
Yeah,
that,
that shit makes no
that
sense.
can move gravel and shit.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Yeah, I'm not liking the direction they're taking with this whole super mutant plant mushroom.
Yeah, that
shit.
shit's not even grown. That shit's a mutant. That shit's from X-Men.
It's an X-Men mushroom.
It's an X-Men mushroom.
X-Men. That's what I'm gonna start calling it from now on.
So
X-Men
then,
mushroom.
after the X-Men mushroom,
Mutant mushroom. That's what I'm
Mutant
calling it.
mushroom.
Mutant mushroom.
they it's 11/11. Make a wish.
Shut your ass
They
up.
start going up the building that they said that they were going to go to, and then they start. I didn't hear it that much since I wasn't paying attention, and I was texting. And
Hold up. I just peeped. I just remembered. The glass didn't work.
let's get to that.
The glass didn't work.
I was gonna say something when we were there, but I didn't want to talk over them. So, over the show. So after they go up the building, and then I don't know how the topic got brought up, but it gets brought up between how Tess and Tommy and the group they were with had to do menacing
That was a cool
shit to
backstory.
survive.
That's something
I
that we
didn't
didn't
really
even know
hear it,
about.
which disappointed me, but I'll look it up. So yeah, they talk about on the stairs on the shit they had to do to survive, and then they're laying down. Oh yeah, they go into this area with like mats, and he places glass on the floor on some survival shit, so when
the
something
entrance, right.
crunches on it, he will hear it. Now, one thing I'm gonna say is, it made no sense that he placed the glass inside the room. By the time they open the door, you're already at a disadvantage. You're laying down. You would place it on the outside of the door, so when you hear them coming towards the door, you would hear it, not after they open it and walk towards you. He placed it on
I see what you're saying, but still, it didn't work.
It still didn't work because maybe it worked for Ellie because she was awake. So
no, she had a gun to her
yeah,
head
so
by the time.
they start laying down, and then Joel's like, "Oh, you said it wasn't your first time." Ellie's like, "I don't want to talk about it." He says, "That's fine," and then they talk about how Joel can't hear right out of his ear.
That was pretty cool. He was like, from all the shooting from his right side. I was like, yeah,
she
that's
was like,
pretty cool.
"Is it because you got shot?" And he was like, "Nah, it's because I've been shooting."
That was pretty cool.
And he was like,
that was a him moment.
If you wanna keep your hearing, stick to that knife.
That was a I'm the one who knocks type moment. Yes, it was hard, bro.
And then after that, it becomes the joke. And they're laying down.
The joke. We don't have to repeat the joke.
I gotta repeat the joke. I gotta repeat the joke. Okay, so she said, I gotta repeat it. She says, diarrhea is hereditary, right? And he's like, huh? And she's like, yeah, it runs in your genes.
That was a good joke. And then Joel starts laughing and stuff.
And then she was like, he was like, that's just silly, man. I'm losing. She's like,
you're laughing.
He's like, no, I'm not. And then they start giggling.
They start dying. That was just so
That
wholesome.
was that gave me a genuine smile. I felt happy in my heart. I was like, they're connecting.
And you can see the father-daughter relationship increasing in their bonding.
So funny, man.
It's like, oh, okay, they're having and I don't think you've seen Joel smile the entire show, other than before the.
Yeah, until that point, and
that's the first time you see Joel happy, and it's like wholesome. It's like,
yeah,
hey, he's having a good time.
I really enjoyed that, and that's Ellie and Joel connecting.
And then they go to sleep, and then boom, freaking they wake up.
Henry and Sam the Savage.
Bro, they got guns aiming at them, bro. They got the little kid with the revolver, and then you got his older brother. I don't know which name goes with
Sam
which.
is the little kid. Henry.
So Henry's the big brother.
And
those are the same characters from the video game. They brought the characters, and I knew they were because we played the game. I saw it coming, but they always choose their own directions. They could skip a whole scene, or they can make a whole backstory about a character that freaking doesn't even
and ends up dying at the end.
We're not even gonna talk about that, but yeah, Henry and Sam pull up and they got guns aiming at them, and then the episode ends. Bro, what?
Yeah, it was 45 minutes.
It was a short episode.
I'm not mad. The cliffhanger they gave was a good cliffhanger. It's
there
just
should have been more before
it to make it longer.
It was a good ending. Sam and Henry's introduction was cool. I liked it.
Good intro. Good character intro.
I fuck with Sam with the little superhero
stuff.
I fuck with him. But
oh yeah, one thing. This isn't really matter or nitpick at all. It's just kind of isn't it? Not really. In the show, in the game, Sam looks at least Ellie's age, 14, 15, maybe 6.
He looks younger.
He was like 16 and he was 15, Ellie was 14, like a 2-year, 1-year difference. But in the show, he looks like he's 11, 10.
He looks like a 10-year-old, 9-year-old.
Really
he looks
young,
like a little,
and he was
kid.
wearing like a superhero
but I mean, we didn't really see him. We kind of just saw him behind the barrel of a
Yeah, but it was still
revolver.
like that. Like he looked young, and he had what 14-year-old or 15-year-old in an apocalypse is gonna have Superman paint on his face?
That was pretty. I liked it.
No, I liked it, and it made cool because earlier in the show,
it connected the fact that he was the person from the attic
that they found
with all the superhero drawings everywhere. Yeah, it was pretty cool. So
that really that concludes the episode.
That concludes the episode.
Yeah, this is probably gonna be like a 35. Yeah, about 35, maybe 45 minutes.
I don't remember where we started. We're supposed to be 30 minutes. I don't know why. The last one was 50 minutes because we had so much to talk about. We were angry about.
That
episode was doo-doo. But this episode was good, refreshing, little disappointing. Still good episode, though. I enjoyed it. It kind of sparked a little bit more hope for the future of the show. I'm still not too hyped. As much as post episode 1, I was extremely hyped for episode 2. Episode 2 kind of killed the hype. Episode 3 completely killed the hype. and episode 4 is starting to revive it back up, but I'm still disappointed because it's been 4 episodes in and I've seen nothing significant that gives me a deep feel of a zombie survival show. There's no gore, there's no genuine combat, there's no good hand-to-hand interactions with anything other than the clicker in episode 2. That was really cool. That shit was awesome. But we already talked about how much we enjoyed that. So I'm kind of, it's too soft core for me, the show completely altogether to me. Just a little too soft core compared to what the game did in what like the same interval, like where Joel and Ellie are now in the show to where they were in the game, in the same parts basically. What they went through in the game was so much more fucked up shit than what they've been through in the show. The show, they've really been through nothing. This is kind of their first, oh, shit's happening.
Yeah.
And even in it happening, it was kind of like disappointing. But yeah, that kind of sums up my feeling currently about the whole show. What's your current feeling about the entire show altogether?
Disappointed.
Disappointed, right? I'm a little disappointed. I'm not completely disappointed. Episode 3 is really pulling back that.
Yeah, I
my overall feeling of the entire show.
I am almost completely disappointed because I'm not completely disappointed, but I am disappointed in the show because I didn't the spores being unrealistic, so they did this, but now they're doing the fucking
that root thing is just weird, bro.
Not only are they doing it, they're doing it wrong.
Mutant mushroom.
And I'm gonna phrase something from Angry Joe's review that he said that was very true. Is Alex said this, and he said they traded overpowered, which is the spores, to overpowered, which is the roots. They're still equally OP.
And the spores is more realistic than the
spores,
roots.
you got to wear a mask. You have the caution of breathing in spores. And the roots, you have a caution of stepping on something wrong. So they traded OP for OP.
They didn't compromise at all.
They didn't need to at all.
Sticking with spores would have been cooler.
So that disappointed me. Tess's death and that whole Tess part disappointed me. The entire Bill part disappointed me.
It destroyed a really good arc in the game.
Yes, so
just
everything
replaced it
so
with
far
a love
is
story
disappointing.
That had nothing to do with the game.
In this episode, there's a lot of this episode is very disappointing.
I wouldn't say very. It's disappointing, but not very
Episode 1
disappointing.
exceeded my expectations that I thought it would be because of all these shitty movie adaptations of games. But this exceeded my expectations in episode 1.
Episode
and then
1 was really great.
Episode 2 was like.
What did we give episode 1? An 8 or a 9?
We gave episode 2.
I think an 8.5.
No, we gave it a 9.
I think it was 8.25. Remember, I gave it 8.5.
No, that was
it 8.
Yeah, 8.25.
It was a good rating.
I gave
we gave
it 8.
it a good
You
rating.
gave it 9. I'm pretty sure. And then episode 2 was a 6. Episode 3 was a 5. I'm gonna give that shit a 4 now.
And we're here now on episode 4.
Yeah,
our final rating. Me, I'm gonna say
7. I'm gonna give it a 7.
I was gonna say 7 or 6.5. It's a low 7. It's not a high 7.
It's a mid 7 to me because it's one above 6 and it's one under 8. So
right.
it's not better. It's not better than episode 1, but it's better than episode 2.
Definitely, yeah.
Everything's better than episode 3. Hopefully.
I think episode 7 is a solid number. I feel like I said 7. I think episode 4 for 7 is a solid number. So
yeah, so
I think I'm agree with 7 with you.
7. A better episode. I enjoyed it, and I was calling the episode peak after I watched it because, like, it was so much better than 3, bro.
It was. I told you it was refreshing. It was kind of bringing back the okay, we're back into what we started with, and it was a good episode. I'll give it a 7.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 7.
And the only reason it's not an 8 is because what could have made it a 9 or even a 10 is that fight scene in the store.
Yeah,
if that fight scene was like some Joel fucking shit up, somebody getting their freaking necks blood,
they just
gore,
didn't do enough with it.
Somebody getting gutted, somebody's face getting smashed in by a corner, something. And if they did that, it would have boosted the rating. But they're skipping it. I don't know why they're being so soft and nice. And because of that, because of how soft and nice and how much they're choosing not to have in a show from HBO, which is the same people who they didn't make Game of Thrones, but they funded it and they know what Game of Thrones is capable and what made Game of Thrones so great. They're choosing not to do it for some reason. I don't know what the reason is. And it's a rated R show. Take advantage of that rated R. Go crazy. Ball out. Spend your money on all that gore.
So bro, their fucking budget is like $115 million.
And what are they spending it on, bro? I don't know.
Probably wave roots in the ground.
Wave roots on the ground. That's what they're spending on. But 7, and it's a 7 because of what
Solid 7.
because of all the fighting was just disappointing. Yeah, it was meh. The character development between Joel and Ellie was solid. I liked it. The introduction to Sam and Henry. That was a cool introduction. The backstory of why the Hummers and a bunch of military things are around the city. That was a good part. The fighting was ass.
So far, every interaction with fighting even the clickers interaction. That was a good interaction.
I think that's the best interaction.
That was the best interaction, but overall, every interaction with any enemy has been trash except the clickers, and even
every
the clickers
interaction
were lackluster.
with a lethal force has been just meh. Not up to the caliber of.
And I need more variety when it comes, because we're 4 episodes and about to be 5 on Friday since that's coming out early. I don't mind it since there hasn't been that many zombies at where we're at, but when they start showing zombies, I want them to show variety. I want to see creepers. I don't know what they call it. The things that shimmy in the shadows. I want to see bloaters. I want to see shamblers. I want to see normal walkers.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I want to see clickers, and I want to see the.
What you're talking about, but these varieties of zombies. I want to see zombies.
I want to see the zombies that just turn in the corner.
We've seen what, 3 zombies?
We saw 2 clickers, a shit ton of zombies when the hive.
I'm saying like an actual zombie that got interacted with.
Yeah, about 3, 4.
About 3. It's like,
including
what the
one
fuck?
Ellie. Yeah, there's just not enough.
Disappointed.
Of it. Yeah,
But,
7.
7's a good number.
Yeah, 7.
Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Some of y'all have been commenting how you feel about the show. Please leave a ranking. Let me see what y'all rating.
That would be interesting.
Let me see what y'all. I want to see if y'all are like agreeing with my rating, or if you guys have an upper or lower rating. Please leave a comment of your rating. I'd be very interested to see what you guys feel about the rating episode, especially if you're someone who hasn't played the game.
That's really what I want to hear, because I feel like I'm not saying everybody.
Point of view.
I'm not saying everybody that played the game is going to agree with us. Obviously, everybody's to their own opinion.
They might be a little softer, or maybe even harsher.
But I want to it's interesting to hear other gamers' point of views. But I'm really interested in someone that's never played the game, and I haven't seen that on TikTok or YouTube. Not that I'm looking for it, but I do want to hear someone's point of view that knows nothing of the game.
Yeah, interested. But thank you guys for watching. Like I said, leave a comment about your rating. Means a lot. Leave a like if you liked the video. We got episode 5. Episode 5 is coming sooner. Apparently, it's coming out Friday because it's Super Bowl. So we might have an early upload for that one because it's coming out earlier. And stay in tune for that. So far, we don't have any other shows to watch and rate because there has been stuff in the past, but our YouTube channel is kind of starting past it. So. As stuff comes out, we'll
next
watch
thing
it.
coming out that we will start is Mandalorian. That comes out March something. So that's gonna be our next.
I don't know how that's such a weird one. I don't know.
It's
how.
a weird one, but we might as well do it.
Yeah, definitely. I still like the show.
Shit, I'm watching it no matter what.
But you need to watch Attack on Titan because the first part of the last 2 episodes comes out, I think, in March. So you have a whole month to get through Attack on Titan.
I need to finish Demon Slayer and Vinland Saga.
You're already done with Demon Slayer. How much you got? Like 3
found out
episodes
it has 18 episodes and I'm only 7 in.
Wow.
Yeah, so you definitely didn't see season 2. You definitely just saw.
I just saw the train.
Off topic.
But we're basically talking about future things.
Future things. So we'll have Attack on Titans and
catch up to Attack on Titan. That is so peak. Catch up to Attack on Titan because those last 2 episodes are pretty crucial. We'll be able to get to react to one of them. I think it's probably going to be like an hour and a half episode. Something like that. But recommendations for shows, if you guys want to leave those in comments below as well.
Even if it's something that's been out, if it's something you're interested in and would watch, we will do a review on it. If it's old, as long as it's something you guys are interested in and watch.
Right. So appreciate y'all for watching. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys next week for episode 5. Thank you. Bye-bye.